The moment to end the fate of US dollar has finally come. Such an important meeting in history is about to begin. 38 countries have gathered at BRICS summit in Kazan. India's Modi has also temporarily changed his ideology. At this time, listen to everyone's speeches at the avenue. It can be said that the thing that the United States is most worried about has finally come. So, why is this BRICS summit so anticipated by everyone in history? What signals does it convey? Don't miss the wonderful content. It's no exaggeration to say that this BRICS summit has attracted worldwide attention. After all, this summit is the first time that Russia has been sanctioned by the United States. Secondly, Russia is also the rotating chairman of this round of summit. Then, this is also the first summit after the expansion of BRICS countries from 5 countries to 10 countries. Finally, there will be 38 countries and 20,000 representatives from all walks of life participating in this summit. It can be said that the whole world has given great expectations to this round of BRICS summit. So, what are you looking forward to? Chinese think it's definitely not the latest developments in the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, nor is it looking for it whether North Korea is supporting Russia, but whether Putin's so-called BRICS settlement and payment system can be successfully launched. Because now, in addition to 10 BRICS members, there are more than 30 countries queuing up to join, even NATO members. Turkey wants to join BRICS. In addition, there are 159 countries that are ready to adopt BRICS payment system when it comes online. So, the focus of this summit must be on how to de-dollarize and break the hegemony of US committee. It can be said that if the summit can successfully reach the opinions of all countries, then in the near future the system will be officially launched, and then the US SWIFT settlement system will lose half of its territory. This is why the whole world is paying so much attention to this meeting. Since this BRICS summit is so anticipated, what signals does it convey? The first one is that it directly slaps the face of Americans. We all know that that United States is now dominating the world's economy and public opinion. Due to the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, United States directly positioned Putin as a historical sinner. So now, so many countries have come to participate in the BRICS summit hosted by Russia. Let's not talk about whether everyone supports Russia's work. So does this mean that what the United States said before was wrong? Does this mean that in the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, Russia is rigorously party and the United States is the main fault behind Russian-Ukrainian conflict? It seems that the trend is unstoppable. There will be no conflict in the near future. Let's wait. Secondly, The signal is a big change in Modi's attitude towards United States. Modi's attitude has always been negative about the cooperation among BRICS countries. He had previously expressed that he would not attend BRICS meeting, but he changed his mind temporarily in the end. The signal here is very big because India has always been the most important member of the United States in the Indo-Pacific strategy. Now that Modi has suddenly changed his mind, Chinese can't say that India is alienating the United States. At least it can be seen that India's views on cooperating with BRICS countries have changed. There are two things that plays a key role here. One is that some time ago, when India and Canada quarreled over mutual assistance diplomats, the United States and the United Kingdom helped Canada to condemn India. There is always news that if Trump comes to power, the relationship between the United States and India will change drastically, which makes Modi feel the so-called sense of crisis. The second thing is that just before the BRICS summit, China and India finally reached a border solution which solved India's worries. Modi must think about his own way out. It can be said that Modi's big change in attitude will accelerate the launch of BRICS payment system. Thirdly, it's that the hegemony of United States dollar, US dollar, may really end. It's not difficult to see this from the 20,000 representatives from 38 countries attending the meeting. Now, everyone wants to get familiar with each other because it will be easier to join BRICS system in the future. From this point, we can also see that all countries in the world are now harvested by the US dollar, but they are just too weak and dare not offend the United States. So they all put their hopes on BRICS countries, which is why there are so many representatives attending the meeting this time. In other words, BRICS countries after the expansion are more worth looking forward to because the total population of current 10 BRICS members countries accounts for 45% of the world. The total economic output accounts for 31.5% of the world, and they produce about 44% of the world crude oil. The total GDP calculated by purchasing power parity has exceeded that of Group of 7. All the above signs fully reflect the fact that the current global economic center of gravity is shifting from the West to Asia. New experts have the conditions to compete with the United States and Western countries. Although the BRICS countries are pushing for BRICS payment system, the BRICS payment system will still encounter various difficulties. For example, United States will impose various sanctions on those countries that use BRICS currency. But Chinese believe that with the rise and fall of global voices, the BRICS currency will be launched soon and the hegemony of US dollar will eventually end. Thank you.
After watching this video, don't forget to give it thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we post new content. Your support means a lot and helps our team create more videos like this. Thanks for watching.